anime cafes are just a cover for prostitution.
Oh. Look, it's just like Hello Kitty meets medieval times. Like, it's not what you think it is.
That cringe is part of it, honestly. I feel like you kind of have to embrace it. It's a little bit part of it, like, you know?
It is possible to make me a maid.
Yes, it is. Look at how cute you look. Moi cute.
5 years ago, I spent a day with Anime Cafe Maids on this channel, and since then, Marina, one of the guests from that episode, has started her own Anime Maid Cafe. So we brought her back on, along with 2 maids from her cafe, to address your assumptions together. Nicole? Where's Nicole? Has anyone seen Nicole?
All right, story for the viewers here. Dreamland Maid Cafe started out as a lemonade stand.
This is news to me too. I'm like, oh,
story time.
Oh, geez.
It was a little bit of a disaster.
Because we had to leave.
Yes, we had to leave. There was a whole thing. There was a police helicopter.
It was an entire issue.
It was a whole thing.
And then we were gonna like give up and relocate. And then we're just like, we're gonna call it a day. But then they relocated us to a different location. I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. We're already in our cute maid outfits. Let's go.
But it had nothing to do with us. We were just selling lemonade.
You're caught in the crossfire.
I know. Oh, we should do our little intro thing.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
We have something very special for you. So, like at the Maid Cafe, the whole premise is that you are coming home to the Dreamland Mansion, where you are the master. Like the mansion belongs to you. We're just welcoming you back from your trips abroad.
Yeah.
So when you come in the store, you will see, or the event, you will see all the maids, and it'll go a little like this. お帰りなさいませ。ご主人様、お嬢様、ドリームランドへようこそ。Were you expecting that?
No, I wasn't expecting it. The customers are almost always men.
This is one that I hear all the time. And I show them the receipts and I say, look, these are our Instagram stats. Our audience is 55%. That's more than half female. And that's directly reflected in, as you guys see, our audience that comes in at a convention. It's actually mostly young women.
Yeah.
Because I think, and this is just my opinion, there are young women who want to be in this environment, in this fun, magical, whimsical, feminine, safe space. So sure, we get 50% men, but we also get 50% women.
A lot of families too.
Yeah.
As far as it goes from working in the maid cafe, I feel like we get more families than a lot, especially when we do like lots of events. It's very family friendly, so it's definitely half and half. I actually see a lot more girl parties, to be honest, especially like when it's like full table full of like all girls, like, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it's 50-50 to me. I feel like I see more females though.
It's essentially just anime Hooters.
Definitely not. Only because anime Hooters is usually like people go look at their assets, right?
The assets.
And I feel like the maid outfit kind of covers every single asset that exists aside from her legs. Like,
we're pretty covered up. I do think that's a really common assumption.
Yes.
Because like even when I like told like family or like coworkers like, yeah, I'm a maid now, they're like, oh, you're a maid. Like, what's the outfit looking like? And I'm like, cute. The outfit's cute.
My family did the same thing too. They thought it was like a little bit more risque.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's like cute. It's like a uniform. It's like Disneyland. It's like a Disney uniform. Because I actually used to work at Disney, so when I told them it was kind of similar to being like a character, they were like, oh, okay, that's really cute. Like, but
the vibes are so much more like wholesome. Because the real focus is like on like creating like a wholesome space for like cute aesthetics. Like, I think we're as far from Hooters. No disrespect to Hooters.
Yeah, no, of course. I stand.
I stand. Yeah. The wings are delicious and they're doing what they need to. But our vibe is just a lot different. Like the uniform's different. What we're offering as a service is a lot different.
I always just like, I reel it in. I'm like, look, it's just like Hello Kitty meets medieval times. Like, it's really, it's not what you think it is. And if it were, we would not have families and
infants. We wouldn't have families and
attending the cafes.
I assume that most of them get sexually harassed on the job.
From my personal experience, I've never been sexually harassed at the cafe. Not in any way, shape, or form, which is really nice to say that. I think before I was in a maid cafe, I assumed that'd be a bigger issue as well, actually. I'm not
So
gonna lie.
looking from the outside,
in, you
thought.
because I actually also heard that myself a lot too. Because you're in skirts, you're pretty, but I feel like actually the cafe scene, I've never gotten that.
I feel like it's a pretty contained space too. I mean, we're not walking down the streets of LA in our costumes. If we were, then yes, we probably would get sexually harassed. But we're in the right place at the right time.
You're right. I feel like the only times that it has happened is when we're walking to our events.
Yeah.
That is the times that I have felt that.
But never in our actual
Not in
space.
a scenario.
We keep our space safe enough to where we don't encounter that kind of stuff.
They probably don't like anime as much as they are paid to act like they do.
I like it way more. I feel like I live and breathe anime. I liked anime way before maid cafes. I think my first one being Sailor Moon, Pokemon. We're going like way back. Shigochara,
like the classics.
Full Moon, like really old anime.
Yes.
So much so that I personally, my IRL life, I do VTubing, which is an anime character. So I definitely like anime outside of the maid cafe.
Yeah, I think like it's even one of my major talking points because I get like so invested and excited about it. Like if I see someone come in and they have JoJo merch or Hunter x Hunter, like I'm like, oh, we have a lot to talk about.
It must be emotionally exhausting for maids to stay in character for their entire shift.
I personally don't think it's exhausting, but that's just my personality in general. I feel like what you see right now is basically just me IRL. IRL, maybe I'm just like quieter, but like it's literally the same person you get in the cafe as you get right now.
I feel like the Energizer Bunny of Maid Cafe.
If anything, I feel like the maid cafe atmosphere makes me more energetic to be in that atmosphere because I want people to go home and be happy about it.
Yeah.
And be like, oh my God, I got served so nicely by Ringo and Michi. Like they were so sweet. Like,
well, your energy is really infectious too. So like anytime even I feel like my own battery might be going, like when I've worked a shift with you, I'm like, okay, I can do this. Everything's fine. This is fine. Let's go again. Yeah.
I give you energy.
Yes, I'm like, give me. But it does happen. I think we're only human, right?
Yeah.
And everyone has their limits to their batteries. Some people's battery is going to be a lot bigger. Some people's are going to be a lot smaller. It's influenced by things like, am I hungry right now? How long have I been in my maid shoes? Did I wear the comfortable ones? Should I have gotten those insoles? Probably.
Yeah, it's exhausting. As with anything, right? Just living life can be exhausting.
Yes.
But the exhaustion's not always bad because that's a sign that you had fun. You did something.
That's what I think about it
Right?
as. Like,
So-
I had fun. I did something. I worked hard.
The cafes in Japan are the same as they are here.
I would say that the concept is the same. However, in setting up this group and building the programming the way that I did, I understood that there are some differences culturally, some certain words that just don't translate properly, and some things that just desperately needed to be localized. I would say that the cafes in Japan include a little more role play than the ones in America do, but that's because their kawaii culture is a bit more built out. They have the anime, they have the idol,
It's
the whole
catering to a
idol
different
culture.
scene.
They understand the idea of cute without sexy. Well, you can imagine if you came up to a table and called them master. It might be a little bit awkward, a little bit weird. So we do dial it a little bit back here, at least in our cafe, just to localize the experience and make it a little more accessible to everyone. Because we got to understand that, not everybody
It's not as culturally known
knows
here than it is over there.
Yeah, the demographics are just
intricacies
different.
of-
You have to be Asian to be an anime cafe maid.
Nope.
Honestly not.
I feel like a lot of people think about it that way because that's how they are in Japan. But I guess what should be seen is that where we live is a melting pot, hence why there is so many more different ethnicities that we have in our cafe. Also, I just feel like it's nice to have like different backgrounds of all kinds.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I will admit, I feel like the general public operates under that assumption. And even I was kind of a victim of that same assumption because like I am Black. So a lot of the times, like, you don't always feel like those spaces are meant for you, or like people may make you feel like those spaces aren't for you to be a part of. So like when I auditioned for Dreamland, like I was sweating. I was like, oh gosh. And when I got it, even at the audition, as soon as the audition, like I felt very at home, and I looked around and I saw like so much diversity there, like even with the established maids that were there to like run the auditions. And I was like, this is the kind of space I want to be in, and I do feel welcomed here. So I think it is a common assumption that even people of color, even in other countries, might have that maid cafe is limited to Asian, but it's a lot more diverse, especially here in the States. And I think that's the beauty of like what we do.
Anime cafes are just a cover for prostitution.
Oh.
I need a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm like, whatever, man. It's not true. It's not true.
I feel like that's
I feel like the
baseline.
idea is based off of spicy cartoons.
The spicy.
I'm not gonna look. I feel like there's like a really big.
Would you say Hooters is prostitution? No.
That is true. That's
Because
true.
you understand what it's about. So just take a minute to understand what a maid cafe is, and you'll have your answer.
Yeah.
That is true, because that's basically like saying that Hooters is like a front for
It's
prostitution, because it's not,
And
obviously.
neither is a maid cafe.
Neither is maid
I didn't
cafe.
think about it that way.
In all honesty, they hate the customers that they attract.
For the customers.
I could never, because that was me at some point. Like I was the customer, and I was definitely subscribing to Dreamland. So like from that perspective, I do not have contempt, because I was like, that's where I was. The feeling of appreciation I have for anybody that comes into our cafe, whether they have something or they don't, they're just there for the
Well,
experience.
the thing is
or
that they're
not.
so nice. Like at the end of the day, like customers, whether they're awkward or they're just passing through, like I feel like I don't have contempt for them. Like I feel like they're so nice. Like the fact that they went out of their way to come and try sometimes something that's so outside of their comfort zone, like, and they still like, you know, did the thing, came and did the spells with us. Like, I think it's so nice.
Maid cafes are cringe.
You know, honestly, okay,
I probably have the same opinion as you,
I
so like go
believe
off.
that cringe is part of it, honestly. Like, I feel like cringe is part of being a little bit in these scenes, and I feel like, at least like, as far as it comes to me, I feel like you kind of have to embrace it. It's a little bit part of it, like, you know? And it makes it more fun. Like, it's not really cringe. You just, you know that saying where it says embrace cringe? It's just different. It's that, but in reality, it's just different. And so, like, I feel like you have to kind of accept the fact that not everyone will understand what it is. And it's gonna look cringe from the outside perspective. Don't get me wrong, it will. Like, I know my parents probably, when I first showed them what I did, they were like, what are you doing, Mitchie? Like, but I feel like cringe is okay in this scenario, because it really makes the scenario way more, like, if I said, moi moi kyun, like, would that really make you feel great? Like, you know what I mean?
No, you need that little sprinkle of
like,
cringe to bring the magic.
And you'd be like, are you guys ready? We have to do a really cute moi moi still, okay? Say,
That's what you're there for.
Right.
Not necessarily like for the cringe, but
you're there
like,
for like the actual show. Like, so what people construe as cringe is just really different.
it's just really
It's
different.
just, that's all it is. It's just
The
being different.
definition, it's gotten lost.
I will say what people consider cringe, I will call passion.
There you go.
You know, like more energy.
Well, if you're the
energy.
if you're the kind of person that is like diehard, maid cafes are cringe, I could never. If you go to a maid cafe, you're cringe, I won't talk to you. You probably find everything cringe. Like you're probably on
Are you
TikTok just
happy?
like, you're on TikTok hating everybody, you're on social media hating everything, everyone. So if
Chill out.
if a person like that came to me and said maid cafes are cringe, I'd be like, sure. Okay, next.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Anyone can be a maid.
I think so.
Yeah.
Of course.
I agree.
I mean, even
for
you can be a
sure.
maid.
Really? You think so? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Of course. To the salon.
So it is possible to make me a maid, I guess.
Yes, it is. Look at how cute you look. How do you feel?
I feel so kawaii right now.
Let's go. Well, now that you're a maid, of course, we have to teach you a maid dance so that you could do a really cute dance with us. So to do this dance, you can put your hands like chicken wings
Okay.
and go chicken wing, pose. Chicken wing, pose. Okay? So the way that was going to be moi moi kyun, moi moi kyun. Good job. That's the first part. Okay. So after that, we're going to go 1, 2, hand on your heart, hand on your heart. Perfect. You got this. Okay, now let's put that together. So from this way.
Okay.
Moi moi kyun, moi moi kyun. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna repeat it one more time, okay?
Okay.
Moi kyun. Moi kyun. Hands to your shoulders.
Okay.
Hands to your belly. And then you're gonna bow up. Swipe your hand all the way around. And then you're gonna curtsy. Okay. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, no, the right one goes back.
Got it.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Ready?
Yes.
You got
ready,
it. You're
ready,
natural.
ready.
Say no. Moi kyun. Moi kyun. Bum 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 bum. Moi kyun. Moi kyun. Bum 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 bum. Wow!
Oh my god, I'm surprised.
And now that you've learned the dance, there's only one thing left, and that's to learn the moi kyun style.
Okay.
So in maid cafes in Japan, they very famously power up the food and drink to make it taste extra special and delicious.
Oh, cute.
So the traditional spell goes oishiku nare, which means to become tasty and delicious.
Thank you, little cat paws.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oishiku nare. And then it's followed up with moi kyun.
And usually where we point out is like there's like food, dessert, or something for us to power up. Let's go ahead and power up this tasty drink.
Okay.
So, ready? Oishiku nare, moi kyun. Now it's super powered up, and now it will give lots of good energy to whoever drinks it. Do you feel powered up?
Waifu water.
Delicious.
Let's go!
We've been on tour for a few years now. It's a lot of work, obviously, going all across the United States to do our thing, but we've kind of decided that maybe next year it's time to settle down. And we'd like to start on this huge journey of opening a permanent residence in Los Angeles, which I think the people have been wanting for a really long time. We get a lot of people that visit us at conventions, Comic Cons. But we're really looking to make a statement in the community and set up a home base for us to be for a really long time.
You guys can come visit us at our home as much as you guys
Exactly.
would like to come visit us, and we can spread lots of moi kyun magic to you guys.
Yes.
But
I really wanna
it's
see
a
everyone.
huge project,
Yeah.
of course. So we are opening it to crowdfunding this spring. You can visit our website, www.dreamland.com/storefront. And we really hope that you'll help us make this reality.
I will say, I will be a little bit jealous when they're getting the parfaits and we're doing the spells. I'm like, I want to be sitting down. I would like a parfait with you right now.
Yes, the parfaits look so cute.
They also
Yeah.
not contempt, jealousy.
Jealousy.
Food envy.
Got it.
Food envy for sure. I like to eat, so I'm like, oh, well, that looks good.
Can I?
Can I? No, I was just joking. It was.
The Maid Cafe food that we have is so good, guys. Like I can,
Yeah.
from a outside standpoint, it's so delicious, guys. I could inhale that ish so fast.
Yeah. Now that I think about it more, it's food envy. Because sometimes at the end of the pop-up, we'd be out of curry, and I'm like, they've eaten
I
it
remember.
all.
Customer envy, never.
Never.
Only food envy.